Welcome. Today I'm at Government House in Melbourne, joining other protesters who have been involved in a larger campaign spanning all the way up to Brisbane. They have been instructing the Governor, Jeanette Young, to dissolve Parliament. Myself and others also want to see the documents that Senator Heffernan produced to the Royal Commission released to the public unredacted. Yeah, today I'm just doing a report on what's taking place here. There's been an ongoing campaign that I'm working on, and we're just broadcasting a message trying to expose corruption. Everything's peaceful. Yeah, you don't have to expect any disturbances or anything like that, so we'll be here for a while and reporting on matters of public interest. So,
no worries.
Okay.
Do you mind if I grab your name?
I don't think that's relevant at this point in time. There's no offence being committed. There's no crime that's taking place. There's no reasonable suspicion of anything of the such. So I'd prefer to not disclose any information like that.
Okay.
And everything should go accordingly.
Okay. When you say, are you here with a group or?
I'd rather not disclose any sensitive information like that. Yeah.
I'm not sure why it'd be sensitive, but...
Well, I don't want to give out other people's business. I don't think that's appropriate to be doing that.
I just ask you with a group or you by yourself.
I'd rather not say anything like that, but yeah, we're here on public property.
Yeah, you are.
Operating within the guidelines of what's allowed here. So if you could let me get back to it, I'd appreciate that, Sergeant Watson.
No worries.
All right.
Okay.
So joining me today is Ruby, who has been relentless with her campaign, exposing corruption at the highest levels of government and instructing the Governor, Jeanette Young, to dissolve Parliament. Now, you've been showing supreme dedication. Tell the viewers a little bit about your experiences up there.
Right, well, I am one of many people whom in Brisbane instruct the Governor, Queensland Governor Jeanette Young to do her job. We stand 10 o'clock every Monday, 10 o'clock every Saturday and other optional days. And with what we do, I'll read out exactly what we instruct Jeanette Young to do.
Please.
We say, Governor, my name is Ruby. I have lost confidence in the government. I instruct you to dissolve parliaments and issue the writs for fresh elections for every council and the state parliament immediately. I instruct you to coordinate with Governor-General David Hurley. I want all the documents Senator Heffernan produced to the Royal Commission released to the people unredacted immediately. We will be here every day until you do as instructed.
Well done, and that's a very reasonable request. These suppression orders allow perpetrators to continue harming victims, and we need to put a stop to this immediately. So, what else have you got planned on the horizon? Have you got other locations booked for this tour and campaign?
Right, well, I've just come from Canberra, where I've stood with the people of Canberra, and if you're not aware, a lot of people from the 12th of February 2022, they have never gone home. They are still campaigning. They instruct Governor-General something similar to with what we've got here. This is for the state government, for the state governors, as people across Australia are instructing their state governors, but in Canberra they are also instructing Governor-General David Hurley from 10 o'clock across the lake from the National Rock Gardens car park.
Now, I did a report at We Are Change Melbourne interviewing some of the victims that experienced radiation poisoning and other forms of attack from the various weapons used at Canberra. Now, you yourself suffered from some of the effects of this. Can you please tell the viewers exactly what you endured?
Yes, I did. As we were leaving the lawn, I overheard people talking about, they were saying, I'm sunburnt, but I should not be sunburnt. My lips are burnt. Why my lips are burnt? Anyway, I didn't take too much attention of it. I did feel a little bit sunburnt myself, but didn't pay much attention. However, a day or two later, after February 12th, at Canberra, when I was back home in Brisbane, I could not get out of bed. I had planned to go to the Governor's on the Monday morning, could not get up, felt like that I'd been microwaved inside, lethargic, just so unwell, sort of feeling like I'd never felt before in my life. And this lasted for me for a number of weeks, 4 to 5 to 6 weeks, until I felt normal again.
It really is horrific, isn't it? And we've reported on similar testimonies, people experiencing those same symptoms. They feel like their organs have been cooked, they're unable to hold down water, burnt lips, chapped skin, and some people literally had to crawl to the bathroom. How do you feel about the government using such extreme methods of attack on the public?
Yeah, well, the Australian government, the Australian people attacking Australian people, that just does not compute.
No, it's an act of genocide, isn't it? Now, there's been an overwhelming police presence here today. It's Blue Ribbon Day, so law enforcement held a memorial for some of the fallen officers that died in the line of duty. This perhaps kept several people away from today's gathering, didn't it?
It did. They were the police were handing out these on the way, and also booklets. They had blocked roads off. They'd blocked parking off. There was a huge police presence, and I was actually supposed to meet a couple of women here today. They couldn't get near the gardens at all. That has deterred a lot of people from standing here at Government House today.
Yes. We had Sergeant Watson come down. He virtually questioned me on my presence here and what the plans were, but his overall attitude was social to a degree, wasn't too hostile. Like we've seen in the past, some of the police brutality has really been overwhelming. What sort of response have you received up in Brisbane from law enforcement?
Well, overall, very low-key until recently. Recently, when we naughty nanas, as we are known, when we started chalking, probably a few months ago, on Jeanette's driveway, and we started talking about the Masonics. The Freemason, the Masonic demolay, just trying to find my chalk here, a weapon of, we've chalked messages and questions on Jeanette's driveway regarding Freemason demolay, and since then we have noticed that the police presence has increased dramatically, almost daily.
Yes, it can be quite overwhelming at times, but compliments on using various methods to broadcast this message. You've been doing a lot of live streams on Facebook as well as starting YouTube channels, and the chalking is very effective as well. They can't get you for malicious damage or anything like that because it's only temporary, but it still sends a very clear message, doesn't it?
Exactly. Although it was interesting because recently, we've been chalking for some months now, and with no issue because, of course, washes off, rain washes it off and whatever, and Government House security staff, they actually hose it off after we go. Okay, so, that's all fine. But however, recently, when we were standing in Jeanette's driveway, security came down and they got the hose and they started hosing off our peaceful, political, lawful protest while we were there, and we were standing on our words or by our words, and they were hosing us.
They feel threatened by nanas that are there that have grandchildren and that are trying to do their best for future generations. They don't like that. They want their crimes to go undetected, but you're doing your best to prevent that from happening. What else have you got on the horizon? What's your next destination?
Next destination soon will be Government House in Hobart.
Wow. So it's been a cross-country trip to get the message out that we will not tolerate this tyranny any longer. Hopefully more people join this campaign and we can get some success. It's gaining traction. You're doing very well.